Right now, it feels like you're in direct contact with the world. The screen in front of you, the sounds in the room, the solid chair holding you up, it all feels obvious, like you're seeing things exactly as they are. So here's something genuinely unsettling. You've never touched reality. Not today, not ever. What you're experiencing right this second is a vivid, convincing guess your brain is generating. And I'm not just saying that to sound deep. This is the conclusion that brain scientists, evolutionary thinkers, and physicists have each arrived at from completely different directions. Let me break this down. Let's start with your brain, and let's start with the neuroscientist Lisa Feldman Barrett. In her book, 7.5 Lessons About the Brain, she points out something that sounds fake but isn't. Your brain has never actually seen the world. It's sealed inside your skull. No light, no sound, no windows. It has never witnessed a sunset or heard a single voice directly. All it ever receives are faint electrical signals firing from your senses. And those signals arrive with no labels attached. A loud bang could be a gunshot, a slamming door, or a car backfiring. Your brain only gets the effect, and it has to guess the cause. Instantly, constantly, and using your past experience as its only clue. The neuroscientist Anil Seth in his book Being You puts it even more bluntly. What you see isn't the world. It's your brain's best guess about the world. A guess that's usually just close enough to keep you alive. Take color, for example. It really feels like the redness is out there, sitting on the apple, but it isn't. Out in the real world, there's just light bouncing around at different wavelengths. No color at all. The redness gets painted on the inside of your head. Same with sound. It's just vibrating air completely silent until your brain turns it into music. Same with taste and smell. None of them actually live in the world. They're inventions of your senses. The actual universe is dark, silent, and flavorless, and your brain throws the entire party, then convinces you the party was already happening. Now here's where it goes from weird to almost funny. And for this, we turn to a cognitive scientist named Donald Hoffman. In his book, The Case Against Reality, Hoffman asks an uncomfortable question. Even if your brain is guessing, it's at least trying to show you the truth, right? And his answer is no. Evolution never built your senses for accuracy. It built them to keep you alive. See a snake? Don't grab it. See a cliff? Don't step off. See a train? Get out of the way. The ancestors who saw, quote, useful survived and had kids. And the ones busy perceiving the deep truth of the universe got eaten. So Hoffman's argument is that what you're looking at isn't reality. It's an interface. And he uses this perfect metaphor. Think of it like the icons on your phone. That little folder on your screen isn't really a folder. It's a friendly picture hiding a storm of code that you'd never actually want to look at directly. Your entire experience of reality, Hoffman says, works exactly like that phone screen. You're seeing the icons, just not the code underneath. Okay, but surely the object itself is solid, right? Whatever colors and cartoons your brain maybe layers on top. That one thing has to be real, right? This is where physics walks in and quietly removes the floor. Over 100 years ago, Ernest Rutherford fired tiny particles at a sheet of gold foil and discovered that the atom is almost entirely empty space. Blow one atom up to the size of a football stadium, and that part with the actual, quote, stuff in it would be a single marble at the center. Everything you call solid is more than 99.9% nothing. That solidness you feel is just tiny forces pushing back, which means you've never actually touched anything in your life. That hug, that handshake, pure repulsion, beautifully disguised. Then there's time. And at this point, it's Albert Einstein who pulls the rug out from under us. We'll all assume there's one universal now, ticking away everywhere at once. But Einstein's relativity says there isn't. Time literally runs at different speeds depending on how fast you're moving and how much gravity you're sitting in. Two people can genuinely disagree about whether two things happened, quote, at the same time, and both of them can be right. There's no master clock for the universe, even now. The most obvious thing there is turns out to be very personal. And if you zoom all the way down to the particle level making up that apple, the founders of quantum mechanics found that they don't behave like tiny solid marbles at all. They act more like blurry waves of probability, not in any definite spot until something interacts with them. The harder you stare at that, quote, real solid object, the more it dissolves into a haze of maybe. So, by now you might be quietly losing it. If my senses lie, my brain just guesses, and the object is just mostly empty space, and time isn't even universal, is anything real? Well, take a deep breath, because the answer is a firm yes. And the philosopher and biologist Richard Dawkins makes the point as clearly as anyone. Reality is absolutely, stubbornly real. The whole point was never that nothing exists, it's that you only ever get a filtered version, tuned for survival. And the lazy response, quote, well, nothing's true, it's all made up, it's just all wrong. And we know it's wrong, because this stuff actually works. As Dawkins likes to put it, planes fly. The same science that says the apple is mostly empty space also lands robots on Mars and makes vaccines that save your actual life. You can't do that on a hallucination with no truth behind it. Reality pushes back. We can test against it, but it keeps winning. So what do you do with all this? Two things. And Hoffman gives us the first: take your perceptions seriously, but not literally. The snake really can kill you. Treat it as completely real. Just don't believe your front row seat is the whole theater. And the cognitive scientist John Vervaeke gives us the second. Since no single viewpoint ever captures the whole thing, the smartest move a human can make is to collect perspectives. Your eyes, a microscope, a telescope, somebody else's completely different vantage point, and stitch them together. Truth isn't one perfect God's eye view. It's what you slowly build by seaming 100 partial views into something none of them could see alone. So what is reality? It's the thing you'll never see directly, sealed as you are in that dark little room behind your eyes. Handed a quick, useful cartoon of a universe far stranger than the cartoon admits. But Barrett, Hoffman, Seth, Einstein, Vervaeke, every one of them is doing the same gorgeous thing, trying to peek behind the interface at the code underneath, knowing full well they'll never fully see all of it, but reaching anyway. You'll never hold reality bare in your hands, but you get to spend your life reaching for it. Tell me down below, which one of these broke your brain? That color isn't real, that you've never truly touched anything, or that there's no universal, quote, now? Let me know. Anyways, thanks guys for listening. Really appreciate you. Like and subscribe and share this with someone who maybe needs to hear it.